Hello my beautiful Leos, thank you very much for joining me for your January reading in 2017. I hope the new year is treating you okay so far, and I apologise that it's slightly late because Christmas was just completely busy for me. I'm sure that many people realise that, you know, time maybe got away from you, but I'm really looking forward to seeing what comes through for you. This is a general reading for Leo, Sun, Moon and Rising sign. So if you would like to check out your other rising signs and things like that, the link should be in the side where the whole year, you know, January 2018 playlist thingy. But yes, we have a big eclipse, supermoon, blood moon, blue moon as well, all on the 31st in your sign of Leo. So this is going to be really intense, really strong. Some people are saying that it could be Cancer as well, but the more I look at it, the more I feel it is Leo, but I still think that it's connected to the feminine. So maybe we're getting a little bit of divine intervention in that way. Anyway, it's going to be very interesting, it's going to be very complex, and it will affect you. So make sure that you check where your moon is in your chart, because I think it's going to highlight that very, very definitely. You can ask me if you'd like. I can always have a look and see where it's going to be for you. But for most of you, I think it would be in your first house. So it's probably going to have a very divine, big effect on how you see yourself. It's going to bring things up in a little bit for you. If you'd like a personal reading, click the link below. If you can't afford a reading but you'd like to support the channel, you can buy me a coffee. And thank you so much for those who have bought me a coffee in the link below. That's really, really happy. I mean, high on caffeine. But thank you. And if you'd like to email me, it's lorientarot@gmail.com. And I will be doing another live reading eventually. It's just with everything else happening, it has completely been too crazy to count. I may be able to do it on a weekend, but we'll see. Alright, if you have any suggestions of topics you'd like me to stream about as well, that's fine. Okay, so let's see. If you hear any squeaking, by the way, it's just my cats. I acquired a new kitten and they're not really getting along very well. But I think they'll settle down. Alright, so the first thing that's coming through is fire, and they kind of sang it to me, like fire. That, I don't know, you could put fire in any single song and it could be like, maybe light my fire, or on fire, whatever. So yeah, there's something to do with your flame ability, your really intense Leo-ness that's coming in. I think that there's a lot of strength that you're going to be showing. Ooh, they said some of you, not all of you of course, some of you need to watch your posturing. But you know, I'm just going to have to briefly look around me, because I have some spell candles at the moment in the background and I don't want the cats to burn themselves. Oh, so we have the King of Swords, the Knight of Swords, Death card, interesting. Oh, the Sun, that's good, that's good. The Four of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles. Interesting. And at the bottom we have the Two of Wands. So if you have Cancer anywhere, like, you know, Cancer Moon or whatever, we had these three cards. Now that was in the same place as far as I remember. The Two of Wands was in the same place, King of Swords, and the Knight of Swords came up as well. So maybe check out that if you do have Cancerian Moon or things like that. But how interesting. Okay, so I still get the flame, I still get the fire, because the sun is really shining on you. I feel like it's something like a spotlight coming in, and I do feel that there's a lot of potential for you. It's things like you're measuring a lot of stuff, you're kind of weighing up your options maybe a little bit, and I think in general there's a lot of recuperation that you need to have happen. Maybe there's something that happened recently or in the last year, you're still going, oh really, I can't, oh. And this is a build-up phase. This is kind of like a rest and recuperation phase. That's really what I'm really drawn to this card. But similarly, I'm drawn to this one. So hey, let's have a look. So we have here the Knight, the King even of Swords, and the Sun. For me, this is coming through saying that they could have some difficulty with an S sign person. who thinks they're a bit better than you are, a bit haughty-taughty. It could be at work. I think most of you, this is going to be at work and you're just kind of like, I'm over this. Don't worry. You're going to get some freedom very soon. I think that you'll see that they're confined. You are not confined. You can do whatever you want to because you're more spiritually aware than they are. And you are not a jobs buddy. I think this person is a jobs buddy. You didn't put a full stop at the end of that mark and then before it's invalidated the form. That sort of jobs buddy. You know what I mean? And it could be driving you insane. We've all been there. But I feel like this Sun card is saying, don't worry, we've got your back. You're going to be free. You're going to be feeling okay. Now, you may not feel it immediately because I do feel that there's still some anxiety and some heavy things on your shoulders. But I do get the impression that you're going to feel a lot better as the month goes on. Because I do see changes coming through. I do see changes. But then we have the Knight of Swords with the Four of Swords. So this to me does show a little bit of reasoning, and in some ways it could be motion. You may be a bit too hasty in some respects, like maybe this guy is annoying you so much and you want this freedom. You're like, screw this, I'm going to leave the job. And you may have been there like 6 months or something, but half of the time that you really wanted it for. I would say just wait it on out because you're too exhausted. You shouldn't have even accepted some of the responsibilities that you've got. You know what I mean? So you need to rest. You need to be passive with the grief that you're being given because that's just, causing trouble is not going to make you feel any better. Raising your voice or speaking your mind is actually going to make you feel a little bit worse in the situation. So what I would say is just hold off a little bit. Let it go, count to 10, just go, oh, okay, you're a dick, but I'm just going to let it go. It's fine. And just kind of breathe out because you don't need to rise to their bait. And I think you don't need to just go, hey, shut off, and then just kind of fling it, the other way. I don't think that that's what you need. But then we go on here. We have the Death card and we have the Nine of Pentacles. This is change, inevitable change. The one thing that's guaranteed about life is death. And basically, that's coming through. Some of you may have experienced a loss in 2017. Don't worry. This is not a physical death. This card, very, 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 very rarely, unless you are into those practices, which I am not, does it signify a death somewhere, a physical death. This is just something that comes through to say there's an end of a phase. This is a Scorpio card. Scorpios aren't scary. Hey? Well, I'm not. At least I don't think I am. But this is basically saying, look, be prepared for one phase to end. It's kind of like your new year comes a bit late. It may come in January, February. But it's kind of like, okay, new phase, new me. New kind of build me up, recuperate. Need to get on with it. And this Nine of Pentacles comes through saying, yeah, damn right, you can get on with it. Things are coming to fruition. You're going to have a lot to be great. What is wrong with my teeth today? You've got a lot to be gracious about and grateful for, and things coming through. But similarly, I think you may have lost a little bit of your I'm fabulous, I'm fine sensibility, if you know what I mean. So you could be, for instance, going through it going, oh, well, January's been a bit poop, or, stuff like that. But by the end of it, I think that you're going to be okay. I think you're going to feel a lot of transforming energies. Basically, that's what it feels like. You're going to be lifted up. You're going to feel as though you are moving into something that's quite new. But I do think this is you just being very contented. And literally, I had my rune bag in my hand before I started this reading, and that's gone. Do you not want me to do runes today? Are you taking the runes away from me? Okay. Oops. I think they just fell on the floor, to be honest. But let's have a look and see. Right. Right, so what does Leo have to do? Oh, okay, so you've got Athila, which is basically about inherited property. You've got group order and experiences. So basically, I think that you're going to inherit maybe some knowledge, I think, or something like that. That's what it feels like. And you may be experiencing something around your workplace that's kind of pressuring you in some ways and stuff like that to maybe behave a certain way or to fit in with the group. You don't have to if you don't want to. That's the main thing. You don't have to do that. Let's just get another one. Ooh, this is reverse. This is purse. So this is basically a bit of loneliness. And to be honest, it could be associated with this card here, because this is where I feel the most pull towards. So you could be feeling a little bit lonely, a little bit distressed, because you're so down a little bit, and you maybe just feel like, I can't fit in anywhere. Just wait. The change is coming, okay? The change is on its way. And I know you probably had a really hell of a time in some respects, but just wait. It's going to be okay. I honestly, truly feel that. But let me know if you have any resolutions. Again, if you'd like a reading from myself, just email me there. Or you can click the link below to the readings page on the website. Or if you can't afford a reading, but you'd like to show your support, you can always buy me a coffee or become a patron, which I dearly, dearly appreciate. But honestly, it feels like there's so much coming through. There's so much happening around you. I honestly feel like these runes are sort of fitting into your currency, like at the moment, your current is coming through. So just see if you can go with the flow a little bit this month. I really look forward to seeing what comes through for you in February. And in the meantime, blessed be. Take care of yourself.